It is very important for us to translate the situation. And you might be wondering, what situation, Hitesh? The situation of $1 billion. Yes, the company whose website looked like this, and there is no other page on this website. Yes, of course, there's a contact page, but rest assured, there is not much of the page goes on here. This company just raised $1 billion. And just to give you the more perspective about it, like what just happened, let me give you the context of this situation. So most of the time when you see or hear about the funding news, or when you see that somebody has become a unicorn, that's most of the time is valuation. That means your company is worth of $1 billion. They never gets $1 billion. That's of course a paper money. But what they get for the 10% of their company or 5% of their company, that is in the ratio that if we would have purchased the entire company, that would be $1 billion as of now. So that's the case with most of the unicorn, in fact, every one of them. But this time things have changed. These guys have raised $1 billion, and to translate that into Indian currency, that's almost roughly around 8,000 crores in the bank. And this looks really, really lucrative that, hey, they have too much of money. There is no chance that they're gonna not succeed. They are too big to fail. But that's not the case. This is not the case. I'm pretty sure very soon there are gonna be a lot of clickbaity thumbnails that will come up around. But this is a video which is required to understand that why $1 billion is a decent amount in the world of AI, and especially if you're building AI with all the things that they're promising, it's okay money. And you're going to see people raising these kinds of money in the future as well. I'm not saying that, I'm not downplaying that this is a very low amount of money, but what they're trying to do actually requires this amount of money, and that's what the investor actually are capable of understanding this. Not only that, I will also walk through in this video that what's going to be the impact of this industry in the near future, because if somebody is raising this amount of money and all the other people in the world of AI is also raising, what does it translate to us and as a regular developer? Because I'm pretty sure you'll be quickly seeing that, hey, AI is going to take over the world, the Devin is here, or some other version of Devin is here who will be able to do everything in the AI. And as a developer, what should be your next goal? Where to keep an eye so that you can become the next updated developer? And this industry moves really fast, from web to mobile to the AI, it keeps on moving. So we will decode all of this. So first of all, in case you are new to this channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe. My name is Hitesh and welcome to Hitesh Code Labs, where we discuss about the tech, where we learn about the tech as well, from Git to AI to everything. We talk about everything. We learn a lot of things here. New here, go ahead, hit that subscribe and let me know in the comment section. Was there a one point of time in your life as well where you were afraid of the AI that it is going to take all of the jobs? Let me know in the comment section. I really want to know about this. Now coming on to the translating the situation, let me go ahead and walk you through. I have a couple of articles and notes for that, and we're gonna go with that. So Ilya Sutskever, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's not an easy name for me. So we're gonna go ahead and say Ilya Sutskever. It's really difficult for me to pronounce. Just like my last name is really difficult to pronounce, it's really difficult. But again, this is the man, this is the guy. And again, somebody's raising $1 billion, you should really know the face of him. So at least you know that who is the guy behind all of this. So all the news article, they have started to pop up, but we need to actually understand what they are trying to build and what's the goal of it. In case you don't know, this guy used to work at OpenAI, the company behind the ChatGPT, and not only just work, he was the major researcher, and it's being said that his role was very crucial. He did all the research part and all groundbreaking thing for which we see the ChatGPT now. And there was a lot of controversy recently around who is going to stay in the company, who is not going to stay. First of all, founder left, then he came back again, then Ilya left, lots of drama. And after that, Ilya soon left up and started this company just a couple of months ago. It's called as Super Safe Intelligence, and their goal, their mission is really simple. Our entire product roadmap, it is because of our sole focus. Our team investor, they are all aligned to achieve SSI, that is Super Safe Intelligence. It is said that Ilya saw some of the bad practices that were happening that were not good for humanity, and he saw something really that's terrible, and he didn't got the sync with that, and he said, no, I'm not gonna be doing this. I'll start my new company, I'll develop the AI, but with more responsibility. That's the focus, that's the whole pitch of going with that. And it says, we are an American company with offices in Palo Alto, Tel Aviv, by the way, beautiful place there, I've been there, which has deep roots in the ability to recruit top talent. So of course, with this kind of money, you of course attract the top talent, and you will all have the research. A lot of time you realize that this looks like that if somebody has this kind of amount of money, if I go ahead and put this as a big chunk, that hey, this is a big money, this big pile of money. But what's going to happen with this kind of a money is almost this much of the portion, probably like this much of the portion, not exactly pinpointing it, but this much of the portion is going to go into hardware, because buying the hardware or renting the hardware from the cloud companies is not going to make much sense, because otherwise only the AWS is going to make money. If you're trying to build an AI, and especially the AI these days, which is transformer level AI, we need customized chips. And these customized chips, Google started to first build them up, the TensorFlow GPUs and whatnot. And then, of course, NVIDIA came into the picture and they pioneered such kind of a hardware which can do this kind of computation. They call them as special operation chips. And in fact, if you look at the NVIDIA's website here, they actually says that, hey, this is a new purpose-built computing platform for developing neural networks. So they have actually crafted the GPUs in such a way that they specialize in this kind of a task. These days, the whole buzzword is about transformer technology. And I'll probably later on videos will help you to understand what is these RAGs and all of these things. If you're interested, let me know in the comment section. I can make videos on vector DBs and whatnot. So this is what we need. And that is why you're going to see that this technology is so much booming that almost every database that you're seeing is looking in that direction. If you don't know, it's not like database has a monopoly. There is a cutthroat business in the world of database as well. And every single database that you're going to see, whether that's Postgres or that's this Mongo, so you're going to find this common word here that they all are investing, that now we have Postgres support. We have Postgres as a vector database. So PG vector, we have this. You're going to see the same kind of thing in MongoDB as well. So Mongo is also Atlas vector databases. And the whole reason behind it is transformer technology, the AI world of it. And why am I saying that this is going to get into that? Not only just database, that operation is of course expensive, but a couple of other news. You will see that Zuckerberg Meta is spending billions to buy 350,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs. So if Facebook is spending billions, and literally it is billions of dollars that they are spending to acquire these kinds of chips, and then you see the news about the llamas that they are producing and they are able to train with that. So if somebody with deep pocket like Mark Zuckerberg, and of course the OpenAI has the support of Microsoft, they also have deep pockets. If somebody needs to compete in that space, you cannot compete with $5 or $10 million. That is almost impossible, because this race is different, and what we are seeing, that is a different race. So this race, you can assume that somebody is competing to become the next cloud. Not a good analogy, but you can understand that. So that is kind of a thing, that somebody is trying to become the next AWS. You can see how much investment is required to become the next AWS or next GCP. This is the same kind of a race. And now you're able to understand, all right, now I get it, is Facebook is spending not billion, but billions of dollars and acquiring this hardware, and a whole bunch of other chunk of it is actually goes into the talent acquisition, because these are not ordinary engineers. They are really, really highly precise engineers. So this actually goes into engineering solution, my bad, or would not be engineering actually. It would be a rather bunch of talent here. So engineering, of course, it will be there, but not just engineers. We need researchers. We need people who have actual PhDs in that, because it's not a using of a model. It's not a usability. It's about transforming that model so that it can behave very differently what we have seen. Where we are is actually, most of the people, we are actually on this side of a layer. So if I go ahead and work it like that, so there we go. Most of us are actually on this side of the thing, which is application side of the thing, where we are actually trying to consume these techs. We are not putting up, just like in the world of cloud, we are not putting up our own hardwares and racks and firewalls. We are most of us side with the application side of it. That's exactly what is happening. This whole thing is actually able to just go ahead and help us, empower us with these models so that we can build the application faster. So now you get it, that 1 billion is definitely a decent amount to be in the game. That's it. Now, coming up onto this, there is also a worrisome thoughts and talks about the dev or the dev role, developer role in general, that if this all is happening and we are seeing things like cursor and devin and whatnot, of course, it's not right to put cursor and devin in the same sentence, not a good idea. But developers on some point of time are worried that what's going to happen? Are our jobs safe or not? And what my perspective about thinking is, programming and development in general never actually mattered. What mattered actually is what product we are able to build. Are we able to build a social media where people can be active, like Twitter or Facebook? It doesn't even matter what technology it is being built in. Is it PHP? Is it Node.js? Is it Java, Spring Boot? Doesn't really matter. The whole thing which matter is the product in itself. And previously, it was very expensive to build product. What we are going to see now is in the shift that it will be much easier to build and ship the product that is of high quality, what I'm seeing. So what I see is that whatever the time it used to take, it's going to go on to the downside. Not only just time, what we are going to see is the requirement of number of talents. So number of talent that we need, is also going to get shrink. You don't need like 1,000 people team to ship anything. You will need less number of people, not 1,000, but maybe just with 100 number of people, you will be able to ship much of a better product. And not only that, maybe you're going to see 1 person, 2 person or 4 person companies, which will be able to ship world-class product, which probably use a lot of AI behind the scene, a lot of manual tasks can be done. And what you can see that it would not be a correct example, but companies like Zomato or the Swiggy, it's not an accurate example, just give me the liberty, creative liberty here. But the same kind of a scale application, you will be able to build and ship much more faster. Again, the scale and everything requires a whole lot of sophisticated engineering. I'm just taking a vague example. That it will be much easier for you to ship apps. It will be much easier for you to ship websites. And the whole idea behind learning the programming was ability to ship the product. Instead of doing the jobs, a lot more people will be doing businesses. It will be much more easier for them. They will be able to provide solution, because what we do is we kind of live in this bubble where we see that, hey, everybody is a developer. But turns out this is actually not that big of a circle. This developer circle is only this big. And for the same scale and ratio, if I just go ahead and compare those people who don't know the development or how it's being done, this is almost like this big. We are just a teeny tiny fraction of people who knows how to build and how to program. How many people in your family actually knows the programming? And in your area, how many people actually knows how to code and program properly? Of course, if you're not living in Silicon Valley or in Bangalore, then of course, still a lot of people don't know how to actually use that. What powered them, what enabled them is apps like Uber, apps like Ola, Flipkart, Zomato, Swiggy, whatever you see that. And all these applications which you don't even see that. For example, my gym guy actually uses an application which keeps a track of all the membership. You will be able to build such application much quickly, much faster, much smaller team. And probably you will be able to sell these kinds of things to your nearby restaurants, to nearby gym, workout, whatnot. So what I'm saying is this whole AI thing is an enabler. This definitely right now feels like a shift in the technology. It is almost like a shift from web to mobile. So now we are seeing that somebody is working on reducing the time, reducing the number of talent, but it's not like the jobs are going away. It's like the more opportunities are coming up, and you have to think from a different perspective now that it's not just about getting a job. It's about learning a programming language, and you can build stuff on your own. So it's time that you realize that you have the superpower here. And again, the people who have the programming knowledge, so anybody who code will be at a highest advantageous place. And of course, it's a good time. I think the perfect time to get aggressive, learn to code and learn faster. Take help from all these AIs that you can, but learn faster. Anybody and everybody who knows how to code will be at an advantageous situation. He will be able to ship and he will get the first movers advantage. Just like some people got that advantage when the app stores were getting launched. This exactly is the moment. So nothing to worry about. This is just a shift in the tech, and always remember, tech is not the end goal. The end goal is to serve the purpose. What that purpose is, it might be food, it might be getting ambulance, it might be getting a taxi, whatever that is the purpose. These are just tools which enables us. So I hope this gives you a more of a perfect idea about what happened, and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot more videos about raising $1 billion, and now you know that it is required to sustain in this gigantic and cutthroat market. So that is it. That's my take about what's happening, how is it happening, and all these things. If you want to stay updated with these kinds of things, go ahead and subscribe this channel. You're going to see a lot more updates like this. Let's catch up in the next video.